So after the second Bouldering World Cup this season in Moscow, I got sick, unfortunately, and I had to cancel the trip for the third Bouldering World Cup in China. Fortunately, it's all good again, I can train, and it's just in time for the fourth Bouldering World Cup, which will be in China again. So my check-in bag didn't arrive, it got stuck somewhere in Moscow. Fortunately, I've got everything that I need for the competition in my carry-on luggage. Actually, when I was the last time for a World Cup in bouldering in China, it happened to me as well. And I didn't bring my chalk bag in my carry-on. Now I've got everything, which is good. I am forced to try the Chinese toothbrush, as I have my toothbrush in the lost checked luggage. A to je co?
Vejce.
A to mají místo bonbonu v dětském koutku to.
Tak mnoha.
We are in the country of the dragon, and this is the dragon fruit. This is hotel breakfast. All the competitors are here. I have already had breakfast on the room, as I had my porridge. For me, breakfast is maybe the most important part of the day, and I really want to be sure that I eat something safe and something that I'm the most used to it. So here I'm only just having the tea. Bouldering World Cup, or even Bouldering World Championships, always takes 3 rounds: qualifications, semifinals and finals. After missing the last comp in Chongqing, I'm definitely very psyched, and the motivation is hopefully higher than the pressure, and hopefully it's gonna work in today's qualification. In the qualification round, there are 5 boulder problems, and you have only 5 minutes to complete each boulder problem. You have 5 minutes to climb boulder number 1, and then you have 5 minutes to rest before you are going for the boulder number 2, where you are given 5 minutes to to complete this boulder problem again, and 5 minutes to rest after this boulder problem again, and so on. Top 20 athletes in the qualification round proceed to the next round, into the semifinals.
I think it was a pretty tough round. Why was it tough? Because the boulder problems were easy and you're basically forced to top all 5 boulder problems, and that's always pretty stressful. I was lucky to top all 5 boulder problems in 7 tries, which puts me into the 2nd place of the group. So I'm lucky, and I'm also lucky that I saved the skin for tomorrow, because my skin is really soft and the skin will definitely count for the next rounds.
My luggage finally arrived, so I'm happy to have my ventilator to dry up my sweaty tips, and on the top of that I could even change my socks. In the semi-final round you have 4 boulder problems and 5 minutes to complete each boulder problem. I would also like to explain what it feels like when you are closed in the isolation zone and then you're told to go climbing. You stand underneath a boulder problem and you have 5 minutes to complete it. But first you have to see where the starting hold is, you have to see where the boulder is going, where the zone hold is, and where the top hold is. You have to check all of this, you have to figure out the likely sequence you are going to use, and you have to climb it. Sometimes it works out on the first attempt, sometimes you need multiple tries to complete it, and sometimes you're not able to solve the boulder problem at all. Sometimes the boulder problem is that difficult that no competitor is able to solve it. A failure of one boulder problem doesn't have to mean a failure on the whole comp. It depends on the round and on the route setters if they decide to make a hard round or easy round. That's why it's so stressful for us, the competitors, because we have no idea how many boulder problems we have to climb. Top 6 athletes from the semi-final round proceed into the finals.
So semi-final is over and I'm not in. I'm like 14th. It's definitely pretty disappointing, but I must admit that it was really hard to make the finals today. Like, there was the boulder problem number 1, which was like easy start into the hard double dyno. In the end, like, it was kind of close, but the crimp you're dynoing to was quite small and you had to be so precise. Like, one try I was really close.
Number 2 was like this really hard toe hooking, and I'm not really good at it. Number 3 was probably like physically the hardest. It was like compression on like bad pinches. I was super close. And number 4 didn't really feel possible to me. That's how it is, the bouldering nowadays. It's a lot about luck, but of course you have to be like really mentally willing to make the finals and willing to win. Today it just didn't happen. That's a wrap. At least I can watch the finals tonight. In the finals you have 4 boulder problems and you have only 4 minutes to complete it. There is 2 minutes observation time for each boulder problem. So even before the round starts, you basically know what to do. Well, not always you know what to do, because sometimes the sequence that was meant by the route setters is very tricky and mysterious. But that's what the competitions are about.